So the energy forms are the people who built this house or property, the land it's on. There could have been a war 300 years ago. You know, you don't know what the land. There could be a stream 2 miles down below. The energy from the stream could have an influence on the property or the house. So you want to see if there's any energy forms or anything. You know, if you move into a house or apartment, they were divorced, they had money issues, all that death, all the fighting, the illness, that's imprinted in the walls. So it's really like, I equate it to, you don't want to jump into somebody else's bath water. So you're living in somebody else's vibration. So you really want to start out, you know, if you move somewhere, you want to clear that. You don't want to take on any of that vibration because you really don't know. Some people are sensitive to that energy way more than other people. So sometimes you can't sleep. You know, it can affect you in so many different ways. So that's what I'm going to check for now is energy forms. I'm going to ask, are there any energy forms here? And I'm getting a yes because it's going to the right. So how many energy forms are here? So there's one. So now what I do is I want to place this ring. This ring acts like a portal. So any energy forms I find will willingly leave through here. I can't make anything move out unless it wants to. Like I will take this to every hotel I go to because every Tom, Dick, and Harry that stayed there and every will that they have had, like when I bring this to a hotel, I'll get like there's 12 energy forms here, and before my husband and kids go in the room, I'm like, stay out, let me douse, let me clear, because I don't want to go home with somebody's craziness, you know. So that's what I do. So yeah, we're gonna see where this energy form, where would you like to be released from? So we're gonna place it right here. It's gonna open up here. So is this the correct spot to release? Yes, so it wants to be released from here, and then I leave it here while I work, while I douse. So this obviously I take home, but the rods when I place, those have to stay wherever I douse because they act like plugs and they you know, plug out the negative energy. So while I work, I leave this. And again, that'll act like a portal for the one energy form. Okay.
How long do you have to leave the rods?
Well, these rods,
Yeah,
they have to stay. They act.
Definitely.
They do. They have to stay because again, they act like a plug, so they keep it out. And one of my stories that I like to tell is I do this long distance, and I've had a client down in Miami, and she had a son who had an autoimmune disease, and every month, the same week, he would get a very high fever and have to go to the hospital or in the bathtub, 103, 104. So we doused, and what people do is they hand draw a floor plan or they get a floor plan, and I color coded it. We placed all the rods. He was fever free for 5 months. Then she called up in a panic, and she said, he's getting like that look. What do you think? So I went down, you know, took out the floor plan, and I went through every room, and in the master bedroom under the window, because he had 3 personal zones, and I think he was, what was he, 8 at the time? And I said, in the master bedroom under the window, I'm not picking up the energy from the one of the personal rods for him. So sure enough, she went to her bedroom, pulled up the carpet where it was, and it was gone. So what happened was she had an exterminator in, and he saw it, and he didn't know what it was, so he threw it away. They figured out from that. So one out of the 3 rods was missing, and it was enough to start to weaken his immune system again. Wow. So she had a leftover one, and she put it back right away, obviously. But that's how powerful it can be. You know, again, he was young. His autoimmune disease was partly due to the energy that's, I like to say, it's like little daggers. We're all living in it. You know, all kinds of daggers that our body is just fighting off every day. So if that's pushed out of your environment, you can maybe think clearer, you know, make decisions better, you know, be a little more cheerful maybe, and you're not as cheerful, you know, so you don't know what you're living in until it's pushed out.